Nearly 24 House Republicans plan to leave their positions after frustration inside of Congress. We've got details on that. Delta Airlines are providing customers with once-in-a-lifetime flights from Austin to Detroit. We'll tell you what special event you don't want to miss. Starbucks fans in China celebrate the Lunar New Year with a special pork-flavored coffee drink. What a great way to surprise your taste buds.
Good evening. Thank you for joining us on NCTV Nightly News. I'm Avery Callens.
And I'm Grace Escobar. Chaos has begun to consume Congress as many high-profile House Republicans announced their intent to not seek re-election. The number of GOP lawmakers stepping down has now reached at least 20, with important committee chairs and rising stars within the party being included. CNN's Julia Benbrook has more.
At last count, 20 GOP lawmakers in the House of Representatives, including 5 committee chairs, have decided to not seek re-election. While some cite personal reasons or are seeking higher office, others blame dysfunction on Capitol Hill.
Congressman Ken Buck of Colorado, a hardline conservative who has clashed with his own party, is one of the members who has announced that he will not seek re-election.
I have been here 9 years, and Congress refuses to deal with the big issues that we need to deal with. We really need to work on issues. There's no incentive structure here to do that.
Some of those leaving Congress are currently in high-ranking positions, including Energy and Commerce Chair Cathy McMorris Rodgers of Washington State, who is the first woman to serve in that position, and China Select Committee Chair Mike Gallagher of Wisconsin, a 39-year-old who announced he would not seek re-election after facing intense blowback for voting against impeaching Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas. In a statement, Gallagher explained his decision, saying, quote, "Electoral politics was never supposed to be a career, and trust me, Congress is no place to grow old." Then there's Patrick McHenry of North Carolina. He serves as chairman of the Financial Services Committee and is seen as a deal maker on Capitol Hill.
As these high-profile members are stepping away, there is growing anxiety about the House GOP's chances of holding on to the majority in November. Republicans just lost a seat in a special election in New York. Reporting in Washington, I'm Julia Benbrook.
Early voting is now available for UNT students. Matthew Winter is live from the Gateway Center on campus with more information on when and where you or any Denton County residents may go to vote early. Matthew?
That's right. If you're a UNT student or a Denton County resident and you want to early vote, you can do it here at the Gateway Center in room 52. Unless you wait for Election Day, which is Tuesday, March 5th, then you'll have to vote in precinct by party. If you aren't sure what's on the ballot, you can get a sample ballot through the Denton County election website or review candidates at Vote 411. That being said, the early voting dates and times are February 20th through February 23rd, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., February 24th, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., February 25th, 11 a.m. to 5 p.m., and finally, February 26th through March 1st, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Voting is an important part of expressing yourself and shaping the future, so make sure to make your voice heard. Back to you guys.
Matthew, as early voting opens up, some election issues have surfaced. A change in the voting locations for the March primary in Denton County might create conflict for many living in this area. Our segment anchor, Deja Jackson, has more on this issue. Deja?
That's right, Grace. As Matthew mentioned, you can start early voting today. However, if you wait until March 5th, know that Denton County has very limited places on where you can vote this year. Denton will only have specific polling places due to a disagreement between the two major political parties to hold a joint election this year. You will have to vote in your specific precinct and at a specific location depending on your party. We will keep you updated in this case if anything changes. For now, back to you at the desk.
Thanks, Deja. Avery, I cannot tell you how good it felt to walk outside in a t-shirt today.
Yes, no more bulky coats for now. Let's go ahead and toss it over to our weather anchor, Brian Clark, to see if we'll need one for tomorrow. Brian?
Yes, I voted, as a matter of fact, for great weather, and it looks like I got my decision made. So, without further ado, let's get started and let's dive in. So, today's current conditions is going to be 75 degrees. It feels like 75. Winds are going to be coming at you from the south at 14 miles an hour, and it's going to be sunny. Leading into tonight, tonight is going to be 66 degrees, feeling like 66. Winds are going to be coming from the south and southeast at 11 miles per hour, and conditions are very clear. As we look at tomorrow, tomorrow's temperature is going to be 72, and it's going to feel that way as well. Winds are going to be coming at you from the south at 15 miles per hour, and conditions are going to be partly cloudy. So it's National Love Your Pets Day, and I'm sure your pets really love this weather. That's all I have for now. Now, back to you at the desk.
Thanks, Brian. Spring break is right around the corner, and while I'm still looking into booking my trip, there have already been some sold-out flights and to some destinations that might take you by surprise. With us tonight, Karen Kaifa explains why some cities are eclipsing more than others when it comes to spring traveling.
Americans are ready for spring and a break.
People are ready to take advantage of school closures and get out of cold climates and go find some warmth.
In addition to sun and fun, Christy Hudson of Expedia says they've found different destinations trending for spring 2024.
Not only are people headed to the kind of typical spring break destinations, but there's also a major event happening during the spring break window.
A total solar eclipse is set to cross North America on April 8th, and U.S. cities within the path of totality like Dallas, Indianapolis, even Cleveland expect a boost during a busy time.
That is the busiest and priciest time to fly during the spring season. You can get better rates by flying at the very beginning of March or the very end of April.
Going.com travel expert Katie Nastro also recommends flexibility since breaks and demand vary.
So say, for example, your children's spring break is end of March, but a city sort of nearby, an airport that you could sort of fly out of, their school schedule is, say, a week or two later. You can actually sort of use that to your advantage.
Nasser also says to look for best fares now.
You want to just make sure you're doing yourself a favor and just circling 21 days out from when you're looking to fly as your absolute book buy date.
And price out an itinerary with 2 one-way fares, maybe even on different airlines or to different nearby airports to see if it's cheaper than a round trip. In Washington, I'm Karen Kaifa.
Now, if you were thinking of a somewhat late spring break, you might be interested in a special flight now on offer from Delta. April 8th is the next solar eclipse, and Delta is offering you a bird's eye view of the event. You can take a flight from Austin, Texas to Detroit, Michigan on a specially equipped plane with giant windows to see the eclipse safely as you fly across the country. There will be more than 5 flight opportunities to see the eclipse if you can take the Austin to Detroit flight. No word on what the price tag for that flight might be.
Who would want to miss that view? I know I'll have to get my glasses ready for it.
Yes, me too. Coming up next, we have the latest updates on 2 recent shootings. Also, if you're looking to get out in the sun, we have a couple of local spots for you to check out. Next on NTTV News.
All right, look up here. 1, 2, 3.
Mom, Dad, I got it.
You're right, Mom. I have.
Willis Library, located at the University of North Texas. It has computers, printers, and the building is open 24/7. By going online, you can book up to an hour of reserved space in one of the many private study rooms. Many of them are equipped with whiteboards, a table, and a TV to hook up to your computer. Textbooks can be checked out for free with a student ID. They also have many of these in ebook forms. This is still a library, so always remember to be quiet and respectful of other surroundings, especially in certain places where talking is not allowed. For example, the 3rd and 4th floor are completely quiet. As you can see, Willis Library has many options for students, with it offering many media sources and staying open all the time.
Tonight, 4 people are facing charges in the deadly Kansas City Chiefs Parade shooting. 2 men are charged with second-degree murder and 2 juveniles are charged with gun-related offenses. Late this afternoon, Kansas City authorities said the 2 men were charged with the murder of Lisa Lopez Galvan and the non-fatal shooting of more than 20 other people. Police investigations indicate that the 4 people charged did not know each other but became involved in a verbal argument and gunfire broke out. This continues to be a developing story, and we will keep you updated as information comes in. And updating another shooting, this one yesterday at the Mesquite Pioneer Technology Arts Academy. Police say a 16-year-old student brought a gun into school at about 9 a.m. and after a standoff was wounded by police. He is hospitalized in stable condition. Today on campus, school officials had counselors on duty for students returning to class. The system says they will increase surveillance and add additional metal detectors. There is still no clear motive why the student brought the gun on campus, and investigations continue.
Now that spring is approaching, you might be interested in some outdoor activities. Our segment anchor Kayla Bumpus tells us it's not necessary to book a road trip in order to enjoy nature. Kayla?
Thanks, Avery. Living in a city like Denton can make it feel like enjoying nature is impossible without taking a road trip. However, this week I decided to take a trip to Clear Creek Heritage Center, which is located right here in Denton and is filled with every incredible aspect of the great outdoors that you could wish for. Let's take a look. This week, I got to enjoy a hike in Clear Creek Natural Heritage Center. Clear Creek Natural Heritage Center is a beautiful area with over 2,900 acres of wooded forests, prairies, and a diverse group of aquatic habitats. Clear Creek is located in Upper Lake Louisville and managed and maintained by the city of Denton. It includes vast bodies of water such as the confluence of Clear Creek and the Elm Fork of Trinity River. Clear Creek was originally established to restore and protect this area, natural wetlands, woods, and prairies, as well as to educate the public on the vitality of these ecosystems. The mission of Clear Creek is to inspire environmentalism in citizens of the North Texas area by providing unmatched experiences in this biodiverse ecosystem. While on my hike, I interviewed some other people enjoying the trail.
My coworker, she brings her dogs here. Yeah, we live pretty close, so it's nice to have a trail that's nearby.
My dad runs the place and he takes care of all of the trails and stuff like that, and he puts up a lot of the bird show house out there for the bird viewing, and he helps take care of all this stuff. Mom comes out here more than me. I come out here every now and then to go on walk because I love these trails.
Yeah, I came here a couple months back and it was completely dry, so it's kind of nice to see everything filled up again. I like to come here a lot because I like to see the nice nature and all the cool animals like the deer and the armadillo and all the different kind of birds around here.
I hope that convinced some of you guys to step out and enjoy some of the beautiful landscapes that North Texas has to offer. That's all I have for you this week. Be sure to tune in again to hear more about North Texas's nature. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Kayla. I'm excited to get outside and get moving. Good thing that Denton has a new tennis and pickleball center that is open to use. You can sign up for classes, reserve courts, and register for private lessons. Make sure to check out the City of Denton Goldfield Tennis Center site to check their hours for the days you're looking to go. Tennis tournaments are an all-day event, so be checking availability.
Today has been nice, but I'm not going to lie, the first part of this week was rough.
Yes, Avery, it seems like that cold front came out of nowhere, and I know now that I need to be paying a little bit closer attention to our weather anchor, Brian Clark. Let's go ahead and toss it over to him to see if we have another cold front waiting for us this week. Brian?
Yeah, it seems like this weather is pretty wishy-washy, but this weather is also funkier than disco. You know why? Because it's in the 70s. Just look around you. McKinney, Sherman, Gainesville, Sulphur Springs, Paris. Look over there to Bowie, to Graham, Decatur. I feel like Oprah Winfrey here. You get a 70. 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 It's 70s all across North Texas. But not just across North Texas, all across the state as well. Just look at this right here. 75 in Austin, 73 in Houston, 71 in Shreveport. Even in Louisiana, they got 70s. Come on now. Oh, Oklahoma too, 73 in Oklahoma City, 75 here in Denton. And if you look west, guess what? 70. As we look at our 7-day forecast, now you see each and every single day up to Sunday is in the 70s, except for Friday, just missed the mark at 69 degrees. Still very nice weather indeed. 79, 74, 69 are the first 3 days, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Saturday, we have very sunny conditions, 73 degrees, 52 as the low. Sunday, 78, 57 as the low. And Monday and Tuesday are cloudy, but warmer days ahead as they are actually in the 80s. That's all I have for weather. Now, back to you at the desk.
Thank you, Brian. A new exhibition on campus uses bolo ties to put the all in y'all. Samantha Rodriguez has more.
Thank you, Avery. I'm here at the Everybody's Bolos Gallery exhibition here at the UNT CVAD building. The bolo tie is a type of necklace consisting of a cord with a decorated metal tip. They are a fashion staple of Western wear and with rich history behind them. The exhibit examines the Native American roots behind the bolo tie and explores the gender-neutral expression they can bring. It was organized by Anna Lopez, Brian Fleetwood, and Hannah Toussaint. You can visit the gallery in CVAD room 160 until May 10th. That's all I have for you guys today. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Samantha. Art can be showcased in many places like a CVAD gallery and even Bortman's bookstore. Here's a look at Bortman's and the February market it hosted. Located on West Hickory Street is Wortman's Bookstore, a unique college supply store to service UNT students. Wortman's has been in the Denton community for nearly 100 years.
Wortman's is a textbook, mainly textbooks and art supply store servicing University of North Texas. We also service TWU and some other smaller colleges that we have textbooks for.
On top of offering textbooks, Wortman sells art supplies and works with professors.
So we offer textbooks. We work a lot with like the professors and we provide them textbooks. We also do art kits for a lot of different art classes. So we'll get lists of supplies from teachers and sort of put together a purchasable kit.
The bookstore hosts markets to showcase local small businesses and vendors to help support the community.
This is something we do every once in a while. This is a Valentine's market, but we'll do like Halloween markets. We stopped doing them for a little while, but we're trying to get back into them. So it's just like a vendor, like artists can vend here and sell whatever they want.
Building a relationship within the Denton community is one of Wortman's key values.
Every year there's really like a new set of regulars because there's new people who are going to UT. And so we really like get to know a little group of people who shop here a lot. And then they'll move on and we'll get a new group of regulars, and it's kind of cool to like see the community change like that.
For NTTV News, I'm Grace Escobar.
All this art talk is getting my creative juices flowing.
I know, right, Avery? It just makes me want to go out and make something.
Yes, and speaking of making something creative, we've got the details on Starbucks' new pork drink coming up next on NTTV.
Why should you join Talons?
We are very welcoming to people who may be a little bit hesitant. There's people currently right now in our organization who are in leadership positions who were hesitant before to join, and they found out that they just loved the organization and wanted to be a bigger part of it. They post about the football games, everything they're doing, all their events that they host.
What's the best part about Talons?
I would say meeting new people, because the university, while it's a kind of small campus in terms of like physical land, there's a ton of people here. And so getting to meet all these people who have so much school spirit and love for this university and want to spread that to other people, it's kind of like a little miniature family that we're in.
Live from UNT, it's Wheel of Culture!
Welcome back to Wheel of Culture. Our contestant is so close to solving this puzzle. But first, it's time to give the wheel a spin. Wow, you landed on London, one of the many places where you and your fellow students can go on a chance to experience new culture. But only if you can solve this puzzle.
I'd like to solve the puzzle. Study abroad.
That's correct. You just won yourself a trip to study abroad in London, England, and you can too. Just go to studyabroad.unt.edu to see deadlines and apply for scholarships. get ready to study abroad.
Grace, do you like pork?
I love eating pork.
Well, what about pork flavored coffee?
Well, that doesn't sound so appetizing.
Yeah, I think so too. Let's go ahead and see what our live reporter Valeria Herrera has, who is at Starbucks right now, to give us a scoop on this pork flavored coffee. Valeria.
Thanks, ladies, and trust me, you're not the only one with mixed feelings, but it is true. Starbucks will be offering a pork flavored coffee in honor of the Lunar New Year, which will be offered in all their stores located in China. It has been said that China is an even bigger branded coffee market than the US, and it means that the main reason why Starbucks opened more than 700 stores in the last year. Though it sounds a little out there, the quote, abundant year savory latte will represent the Chinese tradition of eating meat in hopes for prosperity for the new year. According to the mobile app, the latte will include shots of espresso mixed in with the braised pork flavor sauce and steamed milk. The garnish will then include an extra drizzle of sauce and a piece of pork on a skewer. Then the drink will cost about 68 yuan or less than $10. And it doesn't really matter what type of currency you try paying me, I am definitely going to stick with my hot tea and my milk. Ladies, back to you at the desk.
Thanks, Valeria. Hey, you never know. Maybe they could be cooking up something good with that sweet and savory combination. Grace, would you try the pork coffee?
I don't know about that, Avery. I think I might be a little bit too much of a picky eater to try pork flavored coffee. What I do know, though, is that I will be getting caught up on the sports world with our sports anchor, Gabby Pippins. Gabby.
Hey Alex, this guy on the internet says he wants to give me money.
That sounds suspicious.
What do you mean?
Typically, strangers who promise you money on the internet have their own best interest in mind. They often use bounced checks, which will disappear shortly after depositing, but not before they've asked for some money in return.
So he doesn't really want to spoil me?
No.
Well, then what should I do?
The best way to handle it is to block and report the suspicious message, or even consult local law enforcement if you've already fallen victim.
So I guess we aren't going to Key West for spring break.
No.
What's wrong? Are you stuck in your paper?
Pretty much. I haven't written anything in like an hour.
Why don't you check out the Writing Center at UNT?
Well, how do I meet up with them?
All you have to do to make an appointment is visit the Writing Center's website and either call the number or email writingcenter@unt.edu. The appointment is 30 minutes long, and the trained tutors will be able to help with brainstorming, correcting grammar, ensuring clarity, and a wide range of services. They also do walk-in appointments.
That sounds awesome. I'm gonna check them out.
So, when's this paper due?
30 minutes.
For more information, visit the UNT Writing Center's website.
Yeah, it's 6 pages.
The Daytona 500 finally got the green light yesterday after rainy conditions Sunday night. Tens of thousands of fans filled the grandstands, but many left dissatisfied. Take a look at this massive crash that knocked 20 drivers out of the race.
Now Logano to the outside. They can't get around.
Whoa! Keselowski gets turned by William Byron. Blaney gets caught up. Gilliland, Truex, Hamlin, and more.
The worst part, William Byron, who caused the crash, won the race. Fan favorite Joey Logano, who led a race-best 45 laps, spoke openly about the unfair result, but Byron has yet to respond. This win put Byron at 11 career race wins and pushed him past Donnie Allison on NASCAR's all-time victories list. And moving on, the Dallas Stars are second in the Western Conference with a 34-14-8 record, and they faced the Boston Bruins last night in a real nail-biter. The first two periods ended in a tie with back and forth goals, and both teams entered the third period looking to take the lead. Jason Robertson assisted Essa Lindell in what would have been the game-winning goal if David Pastrnak hadn't gotten a last-minute snapshot off. A scoreless overtime led to a 9-round shootout, which looked promising after a backhand goal from Jason Robertson and 6 saves from Jake Ottinger. But Charlie McAvoy scored the tie-breaking backhand goal, ending in a devastating Dallas loss, 4-3. And finally, after seeing the Rangers win a World Series, there are many young athletes who want to grow up and be just like them. A Texas Rangers outfielder held a camp where he taught the kids what it takes to hopefully follow his footsteps. NTTV's Trey Francis went out to the event, and it looked like quite a hit.
World Series champion Evan Carter made a big impact for the Texas Rangers last season, and now he is making a big impact in his community.
It's really cool to kind of start setting my roots down a little bit here in the Dallas area and getting to get out here and interact with some of the local fans and the kids and, you know, kind of show my love for baseball with them.
Carter held his first ever baseball camp at Fort Worth Christian School, giving out tips and hands-on instruction.
It's going to be something for them. I hope that they, you know, learn something today and, you know, come out of it with more love for baseball.
All right, we ready to play some baseball?
Due to rain, 300 plus kids are packed into this gym right here, but that didn't stop them from bringing their excitement and enthusiasm. Evan next week will join his teammates in Surprise, Arizona for his first Major League spring training, and he hopes this excitement continues.
It's exciting. Like you said, it's right around the corner. It was a quick off season for a good reason, but you know, I'm ready to get going again, ready to play. So you get a little bit anxious, but I'm excited.
In North Richland Hills.
He's better than me.
For NTTV News, I'm Trey Francis.
Well, thanks to Trey, we got a chance to look at some future World Series champions at work. I can't wait to see them take it to the mound. That's all I've got for sports. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Gabby. Avery, do you have any pets?
Yes, I live with a weenie dog, and his name is Momo, and he has enough energy to keep my patients tested every single day.
Oh, well, you are going to have to show Momo some extra love and affection today because it is National Love Your Pets Day. From dogs to cats to reptiles and birds, show your pets just how much you love them.
Give them a special treat, play their favorite game, bring out their best toy, and be sure to give them some undivided attention on this special day. Don't forget to take a closer look at their health and safety too.
Don't have a pet? Shelter animals could really use some extra love. No matter how you choose to spend the day, remember to show some love to your pets today.
Thank you for watching NTTV Nightly News.
Join us again tomorrow at noon and tomorrow evening at 6 here on North Texas Television.